Hey y'all. Okay, so
And
I just came across this article
what did you do?
and it says it's official. Orcas and dolphins have crossed the point of no return in their evolution to live on land. All right, and I'm reading it and I'm like, read this. Take your time to read it. If you would like me to read it, I guess I can. So say dolphins and orcas have crossed the line in evolution they can't step back from. So, yeah. A new study uncovers why these marine giants are now fully locked into ocean life. Dolphins and orcas have undergone such extensive evolutionary changes to adapt to life in the ocean that returning to land is now impossible. According to a published in Proceeding of the Royal Society B, these iconic marine mammals, once descended from land-dwelling ancestors, have now passed a critical evolutionary threshold, locking them into their aquatic environment forever. Right? So, that's something that I would like to look into. These iconic marine mammals once descended from the land-dwelling ancestors. Right? So, I know about like evolution and all of that stuff, but this is something that I had wrote earlier, like I was questioning it, right? So I'll come back to that. And I'm going to put these questions in here because I'm going to answer ChatGPT and see what it says. Alright, so it says, according to Proceedings of the Royal Society, that these animals are mammals that came from land and went into the water have now passed a point in evolution to where they can no longer return back to land for whatever reasons, how their bodies work or whatever now. So, let's keep reading. It says roughly 250 million years ago, some mammals made a remarkable shift into the water, a reversal of the earlier transition that saw the first tetrapods moved from aquatic to terrestrial approximately 375 million years ago. This return to the sea happened more than once and eventually led to the evolution of today's whales, dolphins, and orcas, right? Because that's why we have fossils. Because of the fossils is the animals are the beings that was once here when, I don't know, I guess when there was water up here, or maybe they came from the water. I don't know. I've always been interested in fossils. Okay. I like to follow. I like to listen to, and I would say follow. But this stuff is interesting. But Mud Fossil, I think like 360 or something. I can't remember his number, but Mud Fossil on YouTube, he breaks down the fossils of what things are. Like, look him up. Okay. Also, hit the like button. Thank you. Let's see. Roughly 250 million years ago, some mammals made a remarkable shift into the water. Okay, right. So, at this time, this is something I would like to look up. As I said, I don't know about it, but it's interesting. And maybe, we all learn together. Roughly 250 million years ago, some mammals remarkable shift back into the water. Pteropods. Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to take this whole thing and I'm going to look this up. And me doing this, it's like I don't really want to make ChatGPT be a thing to where, ChatGPT is starting to make YouTube videos because we're learning to do it like this and we're looking at it as a crutch, right? Like we have to continue to be able to speak and pass on information because passing information on is wisdom. And without wisdom, we just have lies and trauma. All right, so it says, over time, dolphins and orcas acquire a suite of specialized adaptations that made them highly efficient marine predators. They evolved larger bodies that help them conserve heat in cold water, shifted to a carnivorous diet that matched their high metabolic demands, and developed physical traits that enhance swimming and diving ability. These anatomical transformations didn't just support life in water, they fully committed these animals to it. Right? Okay, these anatomical transformations. So I guess they're saying like the body of the whale, or what they formed, made it impossible for them to be able to return back. So think about Maui on Moana. Remember, he was the dolphin and the man with the body, right? So in the beginning of this, I was thinking of Black Panther 2, with the beings in the water and the beings on land. Both are the same, but they went through different transformations during a time, and now they are coming up again, just like the inner earth, right? Like, and this is just so interesting, because where are we going today? What is life about to go into? Will we be going back into the water? Right? Like, and not only will we be going back into the water, but what is it that caused them to be able to go into the water? On the Black Panther movie, they drank a drink from a plant that was given to a shaman to tell them to drink. Right? But at this point, we all like, shoot, I ain't drinking that Kool-Aid. But at the same time, it's like, what is this? What is going to happen? Because as we see within those time frames, right, transformations of evolution have happened. The rabbit hole. All right. According to Bruno Farina, a PhD student at the University of Freiburg, however, and lead author of the study, this evolutionary journey reached a point of no return. So they say. Her research examined more than 5,600 species of mammals, classifying them into 4 categories, ranging from fully terrestrial to fully aquatic. And I don't know if y'all heard about the mermaid story, but yeah. Let me finish. Her analysts revealed that once species cross from semi-aquatic to fully aquatic, their evolutionary path becomes irreversible. Okay, let me do this again. Her analysis revealed that once species cross from semi-aquatic to fully aquatic, their evolutionary path becomes irreversible. Yeah, my son's standing at this door, so I'm like, that's what threw me off. Okay, so she did that research. Okay, her analysis revealed that when species cross the semi-aquatic to fully aquatic, their evolutionary path becomes irreversible. I guess because they become fully dependent on the water, the atmosphere. They become dependent on the atmosphere. So then that's like us coming to, being here to say, like, planetary wise, or even if, whether the planets are above or right here with us. Interesting. The tipping point in evolution. Farina's research highlights a crucial tipping point beyond which marine adaptations are no longer reversible. This concept aligns with Dollo's law, a theory proposed by Belgium paleontologist Louise Dollo in the 19th century, which posits that evolution generally does not reverse once a complex trait has been lost. Okay, so it says evolution generally doesn't reverse once a complex trait has been lost. So, if it doesn't normally reverse, what causes it to stay and not go back? Let's see if they say. In the case of dolphins and orcas, this means that their intensive adaptations for ocean life have closed the door on any return to land. The entire anatomy, from their breathing and locomotion to their reproductive systems, is now dependent on a fully aquatic environment. Okay, right, because of evolution, it has adapted so much and evolved so much that it has now become fully aquatic. Everything in it is for water and not for land. Therefore, on land, they may not be able to survive because land do not provide them the same things that water does. Cool. All right. That just came to me. So, let's see. In the case of dolphins and orcas, this means that there is an adaptation to ocean life. So, this could have either been that they fully evolved, or it could mean that they were always of water. Questionable as well. I don't know if any of y'all know the answers to these. Please put it in the comments, because we learning together, right? Here on Shade Talk. Talk to me. All right. Says the study suggests that these animals are trapped in their watery ways, unable to evolve back towards a terrestrial lifestyle. While these changes have evolved them to thrive in the ocean, they also leave them highly vulnerable in the face of environmental disruptions because they're not able to interchange. But if they're not able to interchange, are we able to interchange back into water? I heard that those holes on the side of your ear, like if you or anybody that you know has like the holes on the side of their ears, and even if you really like push in on the side of your ear, the top, let me see, I don't know if y'all can see, like right here, if you can push in on your ear, let me see mine. Go back in the house. Go back in. My son came to the car again. I guess he's taking the trash out. I'm sitting in the car. Been moving my cousin, helping my cousin move. So yeah, I'm just sitting here. And just read over this article. I didn't say go in the car. Go in the house. I do not know. And they want me to take them to the store, and it's 9:26 at night. Like, I got school tomorrow. I've been moving all day. But anywho, stay focused. All right. Yeah, so it's like, what does it mean for us and what is happening to the water from what they're saying? But I understand what it means when they say like they're making it vulnerable. It makes them vulnerable for their environment. But something happened back then that caused them to be able to shift into that environment. Therefore, something will happen again. Whether you are from terrestrial lifestyle or trapped in their watery ways. So it says something happened that allowed that body form to be able to change its adaptation, and shows that it still comes out of us today. There's people walking around with holes at the top of their ear where I said press at. And that is an adaptation from when they were once in water, from another past. Okay? Amphibians can breathe air and can breathe underwater. They have gills, like that hole. Just like the hole in our lip, like when you open your mouth up, And that hole is right in between your two lips in the corners. The hole in the back of your cheek that feels like air's coming out. These are old adaptations that we do not use here in this time. That we have not, let's see what the word was, we have not got rid of. Unlike them, where they have fully adapted to their aquatic ways, we still hold aquatic ways. So, go in the house. We're not going to the store tonight. You all right? Like, it's bedtime. Y'all do not need snacks. Snacks, they're not even good for you. No, it's 10 o'clock at night. Not getting no damn cookies and cakes. Talk about, I don't want cookies and cakes. I wanted chips. No, it's still a fucking snack. Anywho. Excuse my language. Let me see where I was reading at. Facing the future of fragile ocean. Okay. As climate change and ocean population continues to threaten marine ecosystems, the irreversible adaptation of dolphins and orcas raise serious concern because these species can no longer return to land. Their survival is tightly linked to the health of marine environment, and deterioration in ocean conditions could have severe consequences. Degradation. The condition of the condition or process of degrading or being degraded. A trail of human misery and degradation. The condition or process. Oh, degradation. Okay. Any degradation in ocean conditions could have served consequences such as pollution, not being able to swim, not connecting to the water in the ways that we should be to keep that connection with us and the animals, the beings, the water beings. We once had that connection. All this, I'm scared of swimming, I'm scared of bugs, I'm scared of all of it. Like, let fear go. Face your fears and become one with the universe, because you are a part of nature. You're a part of nature, and we are all one. This is an ecosystem, and fear is a state of mind. There's nothing that you should fear. Why should you? Period. Be conscious, be aware, be respectful, but do not be fearful. Okay? So, it says, as climate change and ocean pollution continues to threaten marine ecosystems, the irreversible adaptations of dolphins and orcas raise serious concerns. Because these species can no longer return to land, their survival is tightly linked to the health. Okay, we already read this degradation. This vulnerability is compounded by their extreme specialization, traits that were once evolutionary advantages, such as the hole, the air, that I explained, like on our faces, that we still have, and that's just us. Like, there's other animals and beings that still carry things from other realms of existence. Like deep diving abilities or streamlined bodies now limit their adaptability. If their habitat changes in ways they can't handle, these animals have few options left. Why can't they just stay in the water? This study adds a new dimension to discussions, emphasizing how evolutionary history can limit a species' future resilience. The more specialized an organism becomes, the less flexible it is when the environment changes, you see. And this is why I was like, let me talk about this, because this is interesting to me, and maybe other people can also listen to it and see, what they think, and we all talk about it, learning together, because it says this new study adds a new dimension of conversation. But also, I was thinking, because I didn't fully read this until, now. When I first started reading, I was like, oh, let me stop and go ahead and read this. But now I'm getting all the way down to the bottom, and it kind of gives me the thoughts that I had in the beginning, which I said I'm going to go ahead and read this to y'all first. Which is, are y'all trying to plant a narrative in our head of what is again? Is this truth? Or is this history, which is his story, so that way we can believe it? Believing a lie, or is this something that is facts? I don't really think it's facts, because I do question what caused us to be able to transition, to be able to live either an earthly life on land or an aquatic life in water. What caused that switch? Was it the separation of the firmament? Was it the flood? Was it evolution of too much water, too much, it's too high, which will be a flood? What caused it? The Orishas? I, just watched a video about them. I would like to learn more about them. And, they are the spirit, they are the energy to certain things in life that we experience. Just like how zodiac signs could be as well. They are the energy of certain things, such as storms and water and nutrient and, just different things in life. Like I said, I'm still learning. So I won't go as deep in there. But if you know things about the Orishas, please also comment in the comments what you do know. Because we're learning together. Okay? So, yeah, I question this, and so I said I'm going to look into ChatGPT. Because look at this foolishness as well. Like, why y'all got him looking like that? Yeah, but try to say this extinct species could revolutionize everything we know about human intelligence. Oh, can it now? Because, see, if this was a species that was a man back before the Neanderthals, who really just looked like a man without a haircut and old, probably 900 years old, looking like us, because black don't crack, and we ain't really all that hairy until we get old. But yet his hair is still black, right? So that's just how they gonna give it to him, because they trying to make it seem like he an animal. But then they gonna put the black skin on there. See, I could take offense to like, the Neanderthals, that ain't us. They're gonna try to make it look like we came from monkeys and apes and all that stuff. But no, like it says, the extinct species could revolutionize everything we know. See, this is a whole nother article. If y'all want me to be reading articles and stuff and talking to y'all like this, please like and subscribe and let me know. And if y'all would prefer something else, let me know, because I'm just figuring it out, and I got stuff to say. I got questions to ask, and I got answers to give. Period. That's it. So if y'all interested in that, let me know, and I'll look it up, and we'll read about it together. Okay? So that's it on that. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off, and I'm going to go and ask ChatGPT the questions that I said I was going to ask, and that'll be on part 2. Bye.